What's going on, YouTube? Today we have a very special video, guys. This is my updated settings video in Warzone. We're gonna be going through controller settings, graphics settings, audio settings, top to bottom. These are the settings that got me above an 8 KD solo quadding in Rebirth Island. I'm not the best player by any means, man, but we hold our own in the island every day, dropping 30s, 40s, 50s every week. So make sure you watch this video all the way through. Drop a like, drop a sub if there's any settings in this video that helped you out, and let me know what setting that maybe you've missed in the past, and leave a comment down below. Okay, well, let's hop into it right now. Okay, guys, firstly, man, I obviously play on a controller. I'm currently on a PS4 controller on PC. I use tactical flip. This is a setting that you probably do not want to use if you're on an Xbox controller. The top bumpers are very clicky, so it's going to feel very odd. For a PS4 controller, and I think the PS5 as well, top triggers are definitely the play because it's kind of like having built-in trigger stops. We play on a default stick layout. We're currently on 2.60. I don't know what this is equivalent to. I used to use 20 sensitivity, man. We have since gone down to like 17 probably, roughly. Just the high sensitivity in this game, I felt like I was losing aim assist very often. So lowering the sensitivity, I feel like my shot is just more consistent, and I just honestly don't have to try as hard. It's a lot easier. I feel like the aim assist is way stronger with the lower sense. So I mean, we're still on a very high sense, but in terms comparison to before. So we got all these off. We got, the triggers flip, like I said, controller vibration off. These are our current dead zones. You're going to want the left and right trigger very low, because that's going to allow you to fire a little bit quicker. I changed this to 6 because I found that my controller is throwing knives very often. So I put this up to 6 and that fixed my issues. So you can put this on 0 if you have no issues with it. But if you do find that you're throwing knives or lethals randomly, I would turn this up a little bit because it's very sensitive. For aiming, bro, we haven't changed any of these. We have instant transition timing. Some people use gradual. I do think instant is better in my opinion. I have not changed any of these. Our aim response curve is on dynamic with a 1 slope scale. Dynamic, in my opinion, is the best aim response curve. I don't know many players at all that play on linear. There's always people that make an argument for linear, and I just don't see why you would even entertain that when, like, all pros of Call of Duty, like, on the CDL are using dynamic. I mean, at the end of the day, if all the best players in the world are using dynamic, probably just use dynamic. I don't know. Yeah, in my opinion. Anyways, our custom, we do use custom zoom sensitivities. We have these 3 on 0.7, and then these 2 on 0.9, and then we have 1 on the high zoom. Obviously, aim assist on. This setting right here, a lot of people think if you have this off, then that means all of these, if you turn these on and off, it doesn't matter as long as this is off. These settings are still affecting you, even if this is off. So that being said, make sure you have this off. I think this is very important. I think it makes the aim assist a little bit stronger when you do have this off. So turn this off, in my opinion. Let me know if you notice a difference. But for sure, 100%, I've tested it. If you have this off, these settings still affect your gameplay. All right, and you can test that for yourself. So going over to movement, we have tactical sprint assist. We have this on 0. That's going to allow you to go into a sprint a little bit faster, and then obviously have these on. Mantle assist is off. I don't want to be auto-mantling on anything and messing up any potential movements. I want all of my movements to be exact. I don't want anything happening accidentally. So, and I still find, even if you have this off, there is sometimes where it mantles randomly on the things. So maybe that's a little bit of a bug that they have. Crouch assist off. We have the corner slice off. Corner slicing seems good in theory, but your player model on other people's screen, when you're kind of peeking the corner, it looks the exact same as if you have it off. You know what I mean? So you're not actually peeking the corner on their screen. You're just peeking it. Your full body is peeking out. It's just a visual thing. It's very odd. If this actually worked kind of like Rainbow Six Siege, then I would turn this on, but it's just going to throw off your aim, if anything, when you're, your crosshair's kind of on a diagonal or whatever. You understand what I'm saying. But yeah, slide and dive behavior. We got this on hybrid. This is going to allow you to dolphin dive and slide. If you have tap to slide on, there is a little bit of a delay, and it feels very odd. You can use slide only, but they're not able to dolphin dive. And dolphin diving is very important in this game. Allows you to do a lot of parachute movements that you can't do without it. So I would get used to hybrid. It is definitely annoying to get used to, but it is worth it. We have the sprint restore on, slide maintain sprint on, off, off. We got this on toggle, off, off, off. I think these are all default, but just double check that you have them on or off if you haven't checked that. And then these are our vehicle settings. Moving over to combat, just copy all these guys. I'm not really going to go all into all these. A lot of these are personal preference. The biggest ones that you want to make sure you have on that's going to really change your game is this for sure. This is really nice, just being able to press it and it puts all your plates on at once. The combat settings as well. These are very important. Make sure you have these on. This is very important for picking up and looting things instantly instead of holding down on a crate or holding down to pick up a gun. You can just press it. Every single player, that's a sweat loader like me is using this setting. So make sure you have that on. And this is also really nice too, just be able to hold down one of the triggers, and you're never gonna have to worry about one of your akimbo guns having less ammo than the other. So make sure you have that on as well. And then moving over to the graphics settings, full screen exclusive. If you're on PC, you want to make sure you're on this. Full screen borderless is really nice, and it's more practical to be able to, you know, whip up Google or pull up a video or do whatever this when you're on stream. But at the end of the day, when you have this setting on, it is going to focus more on your game. You're going to get better performance. Your game's going to feel smoother. You're going to get more frames. Make sure you have that on. I do play on 1440p. You can just copy all these. Just slow down the video, pause it, put the video in 0.5 speed, and then our quality settings. Show that real quick and just keep going down here. Same thing, just copy them, pause the video if you want. These are all just settings that are gonna maximize frames. In a game like this, having as much FPS as possible is definitely the play. You do not wanna have your settings on ultra. Even if your computer can run it, why have them on ultra when you can just turn them down lower and have an even smoother game? Here are our audio settings. This isn't gonna be one size fits all because it all depends on the headset you have and whatnot. And then on this, guys, I did buy the audio for COD. I do think it makes a difference. It really is silly that Call of Duty is charging people for audio, but you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, this is my job. So I'm going to, whether I have to pay or not, I'm going to try to gain every single, possible thing to, you know, make the game, to be better at the game, I guess, if that makes sense. We have Sucker Punch audio on, and we got mono audio turned off. Asymmetrical turned on, and then we have these on both of them. I find the footsteps are a little bit better with these settings. Maybe it's placebo. I haven't gone back and tested back and forth, but I got these settings off of a random Twitter post, and I do feel like they have helped. We got this on as well, and then voice chat settings. Again, this is all up to you. Slow down the video if you want to copy them. For interface, I don't think I've changed much here. Obviously, we got our frames and our server latency packet loss displayed. And then, yeah, I think all this stuff is pretty much normal. I don't think I use any colorblind settings. If you do want to make your game look a little bit prettier, maybe you're on PlayStation 5, you could change this and kind of fool around with it, try to make your game look a little bit prettier, the colors and whatnot. All this, I believe, is pretty much default, maybe a couple different changes. So yeah, guys, I hope those settings, man, help you out a ton. Again, I am not the best Warzone player in the entire world or nothing, but I'm pretty good, and we do a pretty good job when we hop in the island most days. So hopefully these help out somebody. If you're more of a casual player, I think these settings could really, really improve your gameplay drastically. If you are kind of a seasoned player and you do play a lot, and, you know, and you consider yourself pretty good, and you might not find too many settings that are going to change nothing. But I hope everybody, no matter the skill level, watching this video, found at least one setting that will help them improve their gameplay. Because at the end of the day, that is one of the reasons why I'm here. I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time, and I love people coming to the chat or comment to the videos saying that, you know, they think watching the stream or watching the videos has helped them get better. So I love hearing that shit. And if you guys did enjoy the video, drop a like, drop a sub. I appreciate all y'all tuning in, and I will catch you guys back on the next video. Peace out.